Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Welcome in. I am Rob Breaux alongside David Collier, Lucas White. It is the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score. We're in the First United Bank studio. You can call in on the Visual Edge IT hotline 806-771-0973. You can also hit us up on the 8's Flooring Center chat line. There on the apps, brought to you by Happy State Bank. You can also find us online at doubletsportsnetwork.com. We're on YouTube, streaming, youtube.com/doubletsportsnetwork. Go ahead and subscribe, like the stream, check out the Red Raider Recons, the Talkin' Baseball podcast, whatever you want to do. It's all over there on the YouTube. There's also some interviews from Media Days, both the Big 12 Media Days and the Texas Tech Media Day. We did live there at both locations. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also watch us on Fox News Now. David, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing great. I'm refreshed.
Yeah?
Feeling good. Got a little sun. It was a Lubbock sun, but still sun.
You avoided all social media as long as you could. You
pretty much. I did get on a little bit when Guyton committed.
Which is, yeah.
Couldn't stay away. So it's till Thursday at least. I tweeted a couple times, but.
Hey, kudos to you for making it that far. I probably would be in the middle of Monday surfing through stuff. But
yeah. I tried to stay out of the Discord, out of the Twitter sphere. So it was good.
Good. Well, I don't want to speak for Lucas. Maybe he can speak for himself here, but it's good to have you back.
It is very good to have you back.
Wow. Whoa, you didn't have to say
that. That was not implied to you at all.
Wow, what a start to the week. Lucas is just mad as can be.
I'm so glad you're back.
What? Wait a minute.
Take that as you will.
And he will. He will take that.
I don't hold grudges.
The Texas Rangers were bad over the weekend. The Astros won a couple. So we're pretty much where we were before I left. Pretty much right there on the cusp of the wild card. Not a great weekend in a wild card chase, but a little bit of time left to figure out what's going on in that respect. The Rangers have the Diamondbacks. The Astros have the Red Sox to start this week. They're both off on Thursday. Before the Rangers play the Blue Jays and the Astros play the Orioles. Go Orioles. Home of the Astros. Go Astros too, but go Orioles. Lots of NFL this weekend. Anything stand out to you, David Collier, that we might have seen and thought would happen as soon as one guy got in the NFL and were shocked when it happened?
You're not referring to Josh Kelly. No.
Josh Kelly, yeah. Finding his space.
Yeah.
Getting the 2-point conversion there from Milton.
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like at least one quarterback that played here did something that you probably would have guessed. Maybe Tyler Shuck.
No, don't tell me he threw a pick six to the sideline. Shocked. Shocked. In awe. Amazed. What happened? He's never done that before.
He did have a touchdown, too.
He did throw a 54-yard touchdown?
Against your Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers were at, 17-0 when he got it. Oh, man. Wins and losses don't matter in the preseason.
But
obviously,
pick sixes do.
The Cowboys didn't look great. Yeah, pick sixes certainly matter. That Saints quarterback competition is something.
Yeah. And it's made even worse last week while you were gone when Archie Manning said, Arch isn't coming out this year. He's going to stay for another season. So don't be trying to tank for.
Well, they're going to be bad again, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
They're as bad as advertised.
They are in a spot to be bad for 2 seasons. And I hate that for Kellen Moore, too, you know.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
No, That was certainly a thing from Arch Manning. I never thought that Archie would Archie's the granddad. That sounds backwards.
Yeah.
It's usually the older one that's Arch.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And the younger one would be Archie. Anyways, it was interesting that Archie said that because I never thought that Arch would just be a one and done guy, though. I did think he would start sooner than year 3.
Yeah, but it's kind of
Quinn
been
Ewers came back.
Everybody else in the family's come back.
Quinn was also not great this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see his numbers, but I heard it wasn't great. I saw a post somewhere that Longhorn fans are kind of freaking out that Quinn was so bad, wondering why Arch wasn't playing last year. I was like, okay, that's 2 different games, but okay.
Yeah.
On the flip side, though, Ollie Gordon had a really good game.
Yes, he did. And Quinn's out there playing with...
Just skipped right over Ollie Gordon.
Who's the... Oh, yeah, Friday Gordon. Who's the better talent? The third-string Miami Dolphins that Quinn was playing with or the first-string Texas Longhorns last year? Who had the better group of offensive talent?
That's probably a lot better question than those ones where LSU from Joe Burrow's senior year would be, which probably actually now that we think about it, might have been better than some NFL teams. But
yeah, well, and it's also like, hey, how about the Texas Longhorns in November?
Yeah,
who've been playing together
for
for 5
forever,
months.
And these guys that have just
who've
been practicing, and one quarter of work together. Yeah, probably the Longhorns.
Yeah. So
you can make the argument a lot better than most of those random arguments like that.
I am also starting to make some decisions on NFL coaches. If I were to make any kind of wagers on coaches to be fired, I think old Miami Vice might be up there.
Yeah, I think that shtick's probably coming to a close pretty soon.
I mean, they were so quick to pull the trigger on their former head coach, who was a defensive guy. And they've given the offensive guy probably 2 extra years that a lot of people wouldn't have given him.
Well, they probably had to. Do you think they partially had to commit to him a little bit longer, considering everything that kind of swirled around the previous defensive guy that they had to let go, and maybe
and then he sued him,
and the quarterback that really wanted to go there, but instead went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl. That whole chestnut.
Yeah,
probably didn't want to be in the headlines with coaches and that be brought back up. Probably will have to be though here in the near future, I would imagine.
I would assume so. He's in Minnesota now.
Yes, he is.
Defensive coordinator.
Well, I'm just saying, once you get a new coaching hire, then it's like, oh, he's the blank head coach in school or program history.
Right.
And you remember what happened before? Yeah. No, don't want to bring up all that old. He's kind of talked about, some of the things he wish he could do again as a head coach, treatment of players and whatnot. So,
yeah,
it wasn't completely squeaky clean and all that.
We'll continue on after this. 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
All right, let's check the calendar here, Lucas.
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays. Let's check the calendar.
Guess on the theme, letting go of summer. No, that's not it. It's a good one. Getting into the fall. It was dark kind of early yesterday. The sun was going down by like 7:30.
Yeah, well, we were en route.
Yeah.
So I can't say that
It wasn't like dark, but
yeah,
it seemed to get dark earlier yesterday, noticeably. It is National Mountain Day. Son and Daughter Day. Children's Day? What is that? Hip Hop Day. National Align Your Teeth Day. Did you ever have braces?
I did have braces, and then I didn't wear my retainers, and that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Wasted some money. So if my kid's watching at home, when you get your braces off, wear your retainer. He's probably watching at home.
It is National Face Mask Day. Is in rest and relaxation face masks. Do you ever do face masks?
No.
Look at
this face.
Have you ever?
You think this is used a face mask?
You've never done like the little stick-on ones?
No, no. And even all the way back to my very brief high school football career, you could probably say I didn't really have much of a face mask either. I had one of those. No, I didn't have one bar. I had a 2-bar face mask. That was the level I was at.
Have you ever heard an older football player talk about taking away the face masks?
No.
He's like, yeah, if you just take them face masks away, you get a lot less facial injuries and neck injuries because they ain't leading with their head all the time. Yes. Take them away. No helmets.
No helmets. Just get rid of the helmets altogether.
Well, it's National Fufu Day as well. You ever had fufu?
No. Oh, sorry, I was laughing at somebody that I told to wear a retainer. Respond with understood.
I guess he was watching. Yeah, I didn't wear mine either. I will say it worked. I had some funky teeth growing up.
Yeah, my teeth look a lot better than they.
But yeah, should have worn those retainers.
Yep.
Let's see. Birthdays?
We have a few birthdays today, but I'm going to start off with a very special birthday. My mom.
There we go.
My mom's celebrating her birthday today, so happy birthday, Mom. I'm assuming and hoping you're listening, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Her. So she shares a birthday today with Joe Rogan, turning 58 years old.
Wow.
So
I would have guessed younger.
I would have too.
He's been around forever, though.
Just doing everything. Chris Hemsworth turns 42 years old today.
Thor.
And then we have Curtis Samuel turning 29. Marvin Harrison Jr. turning 23.
Can't wait to see what he does with his next quarterback.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch him play. Patty Mills turning 37. Kevin Knox turning 26. And then would have had a birthday just recently passed, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Also, happy birthday to LCU Sports Information Director Chris Dew.
Play a little hockey for his birthday?
I would imagine if he could, he would. If he could find some ice here in town. Probably skate around.
Yeah, he was roller hockey or something.
He did. He was the voice of roller hockey before he was the voice of Cotton Kings. Oh, on this day in 1925, roller hockey. No, it wasn't roller hockey. Can't even make something up there. Babe Ruth becomes the first to 500 home runs, and we're going to have a lot of those, so bear with me. In 1951, first televised baseball game in color between the Boston Braves and Brooklyn Dodgers. In 1961, Warren Spahn picks up career win number 300 of his Hall of Fame career. 10 years later, in 71, Harmon Killebrew hits home run number 500 and 501 in his career. So what I'm learning from this as I continue, Lucas, if there's any player that's set to make a milestone or reach a milestone and you want to prize picks that or whatever, go ahead and do it. In 1980, Reggie Jackson hits career home run number 400. On this day in 1984, the Reds retire Johnny Bench's jersey number. 1988, Gary Carter, another great catcher, hits career home run number 300. And in 1993, Roger Clemens records his 2000th strikeout.
Very nice.
In entertainment history, on this day in 1978, The Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee. It's a very slim movie day.
Sure.
2015, Straight Outta Compton. And in 2018, Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws.
Yes.
This is a Christmas movie about sharks?
Yes, and it looked like it was animated. Never heard of it, but it was on the list, so I figured it.
Santa Jaws.
I would imagine that would be a horror film of some sort.
No. You think?
No, maybe Jaws
Animated,
comes clean.
though?
It was animated. It didn't
Maybe
look
he's
like
a misunderstood shark and he just wants to spread the holiday cheer.
it's
Everyone's scared of him.
The
but
one
he's
line I
trying to be
read
nice.
was whatever his name was. I don't think it was Jaws. It was actually a different name. Didn't want to go home for Christmas. So
Want to hear the quick synopsis?
yeah, yes, please.
Trying to survive his family Christmas, Cody makes a wish to be alone, which ends up backfiring when a shark manifests and kills his entire family.
Oh, that's one of those genie.
It's like Home Alone.
No, that's not like Home Alone.
Home Alone, except instead of getting lost on a plane, he is, yeah,
Becomes an orphan.
And it is not animated.
just the
picture, like the
movie cover, movie poster.
Yeah, that was my. It was probably an assumption on the animation because why would you go that route for a movie poster?
that came out in 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Stream it on Amazon Prime.
Yep, there you go, Rob. I'm going to review on Wednesday. Give you a couple days to let that one soak in.
I don't think we'll be doing that.
Want to wait until the holidays to get in the mood?
Sure.
Okay, we'll mark that down. Anyway,
It
Roger
looks so
Clemens,
bad.
2,000 strikeouts back in 1993, huh? How about that?
I'm reading Santa Jaws trivia. Santa Jaws is the fourth and, as of 2025, final B-grade shark horror movie directed by Misty Talley. It's also teased in her previous movie, Mississippi River Sharks.
It's amazing that you've actually gotten 4 horror movies about sharks greenlit.
It's also
Green-lighted,
There's
greenlit.
a ghost shark in the Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre.
Who's
I
letting these through?
might be in on the Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre. That's from director Jim Wynorski.
Looks like we missed out on some sharks we could have had in our shark draft.
Starring Tracy Lords and Amy Holt. The Sharkensaw Prison Massacre. More after this on Voice Scorsese into the bench.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
You might be asking, why in the world are you watching Duke SMU? Well, it's on, for one. And I didn't want to watch First Take or the Pat McAfee show. But 2, this is Malik Murphy, the Oregon State quarterback, playing for Duke.
Okay.
Doing a little research here.
He hasn't done much.
No, he's not. It's 14-7. Of course, his receiver dropped a 4th down ball at the end of the half. Malik Murphy started at Texas, was the Quinn Ewers backup, and the Hudson Card backup. I think it was Hudson Card at that time. And then, well, obviously Arch came in. I think Malik might have stayed one more year after that. Then he went to Duke last year, and then obviously is now at Oregon State. Because Duke, even though they had a good season, went and got the Tulane quarterback and said goodbye to Malik Murphy.
The multi-year contract for the Tulane quarterback.
Yeah.
2023, he was at Texas as a freshman, played in 7 games, completed 40 of 71 for 477 and 3 touchdowns, along with 3 interceptions, then transferred to Duke last year.
Okay.
21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I thought he was decent last year. It'll be interesting to see what they do at Oregon State. I think Oregon State's decent. We'll talk more about Oregon State in the next segment. We're going to start our picking conference champions. We're going to start with the Pac-12.
In-depth
and
look,
the only
dive.
reason we're doing Pac-12, obviously the Pac-12 is still just 2 teams as of today, as of this season. But we're going to eventually pick a 12-team playoff in 2 weeks before the season starts. So that's why we're doing that. Need to pick the champions, playoff contenders, and then move on from there. I would assume neither Washington State or Oregon State are going to be playoff contenders.
That's probably safe.
But we'll talk it through. We'll also do the Mountain West today, I believe.
You could argue that they have some pretty difficult schedules compared to some leagues.
The Pac-12?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of doing the outlaw. They play each other twice this season.
Is there a Pac-12 championship game?
I think there's.
Okay, that might go into my decision.
Should they play the third game? If they split, they have to play a third game. Yeah. Neutral site. They're going to play it at the Rose Bowl.
I don't want to ruin my prediction. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, let's do some burning questions here.
2 minutes of non-stop in-your-face inquiries with no end in sight. It's time for Burning Questions.
All right. So we're about 25 minutes away from the AP poll. There's, I think, 2 teams left, maybe 3 teams left that have never been ranked in the college football playoff top 25 that they put out starting in week 8 or 9. Texas Tech is one of those. But instead of just asking, will they be ranked at all this season from week 8 to 14, will Texas Tech blow past the top 25 and be top 15 at any point in the final 5 weeks?
In the final 5 weeks.
This is not the AP poll. This is the
college football
football playoff poll. Let's go further. Will they be in the top 12 because that's kind of a playoff lock?
Yeah. Ooh. How hard is it to get in that top 12 if for some reason you do lose to Utah? Not that I'm saying they're going to lose to Utah.
And I think you have Utah, Arizona State, and potentially Kansas State all before.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the bottom 5. Now, Kansas State is in that window because they're the 4th from the last or in the final 4 games.
Okay.
Oklahoma State. So you have Arizona State and Utah in that. Man, that's. I don't.
It's not opening. It's by the end, so you can recover some.
I don't know how high you can get if you were to if you lose both those games, and the answer is no.
Right.
But if you lose to Utah, you're just making up ground that you've lost if you win the Arizona State game. So I don't know. I think they're going to lose one of those games. I don't think you can get into the top 12. So no, not top 12. I don't think you can get into the top 12.
Lucas?
I'm going to say no, but they're going to be really close.
If I would have said 15th?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. I think I would go 15. But I'm also assuming that they lose 1, if not 2 of those games.
Of the 3.
Of those 3 road games, yeah. And I think that's going to decide whether they're in the top 12 or not anyway. I know that's a duh statement, but those are their 3 hardest games. So all of the people that are making these decisions, if you lose 2 of those games, you're not a top 12 team in those people's eyes, right? And probably rightfully so. If you can't beat the 3 hardest teams on your schedule or you go 1 and 2 against them.
Right.
you're probably not going to be worthy of that.
And I would assume if those teams are beating you, they're up there.
Yes. Well, you would better hope so if you don't have any shot.
Right. So if Arizona State and Utah are in the top 15, you're probably not.
Yeah.
Just based on math, the Big 12 is not going to have four teams in the top 12.
Be lucky to get 2, probably, right?
Yeah.
Lucky. What do you?
I hope they are.
I guess you don't have to answer it. It's your question.
No, I think by the end of the year you could squeak into the top 12, but I would guess no as well. I mean, history says no. Of course, as I've said, this is not the same Texas Tech.
They're going to clip that right there and put it on the brand next week, just to let you know.
Maybe so.
History says no.
That'd be awesome. Should that be my goal? just to get clipped.
Clipped and put on the brand.
Yeah.
See how many times?
Texas Tech has never done anything. They won't this year either. How about that?
Are we competing?
Yeah, we're just trying to get clipped, yeah.
Tell you what, if you get clipped and you're put on the brand, then you get a get out of jail free card for
Okay. Did y'all draft tall people last week?
We did.
Or was that just a joke?
We did draft tall people, yeah.
Did anyone vote on that, or did you just do it for fun?
Well, nobody voted on the Short Kings one because somebody went on vacation before they could.
No, I put that up.
I didn't see a poll anywhere.
No,
I didn't see it on the website.
It was published. I might not have tweeted it, but it was published. Did I not tweet that out?
No, you did not.
It's published on the website. I'll go see if anyone voted on it. Who won the tall people draft?
I mean, probably me. What?
Who'd you draft?
I drafted the tallest man recorded in the history of the world at 8'11". I got Andre the Giant, 2nd overall. Vince Vaughn, because I wanted a funny guy in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're running out of time. I'll give you the rest.
More after this.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Another one. Someone is leaving the show.
You wish.
No, it's not it. Is the theme David Collier and Lucas miss Rob, especially Lucas?
How about instead of like just giving the answer, do we want to give a couple of clues here and let them add a couple before the end of this? I'll give one clue. I'm going to give a clue and you can give one. I'm going to say if I would have added Despacito to this,
yeah,
that would be mine. That might help with your guess.
I was going to do What the Fox Say.
That would have been a good one. And I thought about doing Gangnam Style, but I thought one of you guys would go with it.
Right, or Baby by Justin Bieber.
Yes.
There's some clues there.
Yeah. Honorable mentions.
Let's see. This texter says, I wouldn't be worried about Tech losing staff if they aren't successful this year. The OC and DC are very green and have never coached or been coordinator in a big-time conference. It's not a huge loss. Shieldwood was literally just defense coordinator in the Big 12. Well, this might be the Big 12's not a big conference guy. Just hire Ohio State's recruiting staff. Okay, that's easy. It's not like Blanchard is the only guy who can recruit. Anybody can do it with a bag of cash. Well, okay. Texas A&M has been recruiting 4 and 5 stars forever with no success. If you want to win, coaching matters. Man, are we going through a breakup or something? Killing Me Softly and Let Her Go back to back is a choice of theme.
Yeah, we thought that as well. Trust me.
Songs from the Fast and Furious franchise? No. This texter says, I'm tired of the Joey Maguire hot seat talk. Let's just drink the Kool-Aid and enjoy it. I don't hate that. Rob, typically Joey struggles in the early season. How will the Coors Light postgame show go if we drop 2 or 3 games? Will you take calls or call in sick and let Collier on TV field the calls?
You don't want me to do that.
I will not call in sick, and I will take every call. Those clues are awful, says Timo. Oh, well, when you know, you know. All right. We're going to begin the long, arduous journey of picking every conference champion. We're going to start with the Pac-12. And no, they're not going to have a Pac-12 champion this year. But we also have to get into who we think is going to be in the playoff and playoff contenders. So my question for the Pac-12 quickly, do you see either of these two teams as playoff contenders, yes or no? Oregon State, Washington State.
No, absolutely not. They're a bunch of 7 and 5 teams. By a bunch, I mean 2.
And then if you want to give me who wins the season series.
Well, that's the problem. My whole bit was they were just going to split it, so they were going to both be tied for first place.
Okay.
With a record of 1-1.
Well, let's say there's like a point differential tiebreaker. If they're both 7 and 5, who wins the games by more? You gotta pick one.
Well, if that's the case, I do see Oregon. I know it's obviously a rivalry game. I do see Oregon on the schedule there, and I don't think there's anything that I can compare to that with Washington State. I mean, I've never been a big Washington fan, so I think Oregon's always better than Washington. So I'm going to go with the Beavers. I'm going to go with the Beavers with the conference championship. Congratulations to Oregon State.
Lucas?
I agree. I'm going to take Oregon State.
So am I.
There we go. Well, it's better for us if we pick Oregon State, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to the Mountain West, who actually has a Mountain West championship game. Boise State winning it last year. And this is the final year of the Mountain West as we know it. A lot of these teams breaking off and going into what would be the Pac-12, or is the Pac-12. So final season of the Mountain West, who do you have winning?
Reluctantly, I'll go with Boise State again. Do I think that they'll go 11-1 again? Probably. I mean, I know there are a handful of teams. What do you know about UNLV other than the fact that what's his name? Just
Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen is now the head coach there. So even as much as I dislike him, that's probably going to make them a little bit better. Fresno State, I still think they're probably as close to the college football playoff as anybody ever will be in this iteration of the Mountain West. Yeah, I think they'll have the opportunity. It's just how close is that game against Notre Dame, right? So I'll go Boise State, and I say yes, they will have the opportunity to make the college football playoff.
Lucas?
Kind of pains me to say this, but I'm going to take UNLV. They have the best transfer class coming into the Mountain West. I mean, obviously, I enjoyed watching Mullins coach at Mississippi State.
Boo.
I hope he does well, I guess.
Boo.
But any team but Boise State. So I'll take UNLV to win the Mountain West.
But
they won't make the playoffs.
UNLV's,
no team will make the playoffs out of the Mountain West.
UNLV's going to make it to a bowl game, and they're going to lose their bowl game, and Dan Mullen's going to say they didn't care about it. It was just a bowl game. They don't care about bowl games in the Mountain West.
I am also going UNLV. Somebody's got to stand up and take some pride for this conference, the Mountain West Conference.
I'm totally fine, but I don't like either one of these schools, so I just picked the greater of the two evils.
Yeah. So you're going Mountain West will have playoff contenders.
One contender.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yours will be Boise State,
yes.
But you do think that they'll be in the mix at the end.
Yes.
Not necessarily locking them into the playoff, but
no, but I think they'll be in the mix, yes.
Okay, I agree. I don't think the Mountain West will have a true playoff contender. Obviously, they'll be in the mix toward the end. But I wouldn't take UNLV. I certainly don't think Boise State should be in the mix. Obviously, the Oregon State-Washington State dynamic is also out of the mix, so that means somebody out of the MAC or Conference USA or the Sun Belt will have an opportunity as we go through these conferences the next 2 weeks.
Just to clarify, I did not say that somebody should be. I'm just saying
right.
Everybody loves them some Boise State.
They do.
It's going to be name recognition if they beat UNLV and they're 11-1 because they're Boise State. They're probably going to be maybe 13, but they're going to be.
And some conference will get a fifth team in.
Yeah.
Or a first team, but the fifth conference champion will be in.
Do you want to share the theme real quick?
Yeah, since I'm out of here, the theme was songs on YouTube with more than 500 million plays. Or 100 million. What do we say? 100 million.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't do 500.
Some were in the billions.
Yeah, some were in the billions.
I think all the clues we gave at the end were in the billions.
Yes, they were. They were like top 5 to 10. And those are billions several times over, I believe. There was one that had Baby Shark as number 1. Yeah. But there was a bunch of nursery rhymes. Stuff from Coco Melon, which, I know you guys grew up on.
Never once. Could Tech win the Mountain West? Yes.
Well, that's backups.
Yes, they could.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back. This is the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. 100.7 The Score mobile app, as well as Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, your Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. However you're watching us or listening, we are glad that you've chosen to make us part of your Monday afternoon alongside David Collier. I'm Chois Woodman, now in for Rob Breaux. Lucas White, hanging out across the way. You can also hit us up if you want to join the conversation. Do so on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through the 100.7 The Score mobile app and at 107thescore.com. Take us anywhere with you with that app. Even listen in out in Welcome, Minnesota.
Welcome, Choice.
Thanks, David. And we are, I'm welcomed with some breaking news that we knew was coming.
Yes.
AP poll has been released. Would you like to share?
You can go ahead. I'm just disappointed I didn't hit my under. I had an under of 21 for the Red Raiders. The over-under was 21.5, and I went with 21.
Was there... Wait, there was an over-under by
No,
Vegas?
The local studio Vegas.
Y'all said 21.5.
That was Rob's 21.5. I went 21.
Which is under? Under is like higher on the list?
Higher ranked, yes. Okay. So I went 21. I think Breaux said he thought that they would be 22, right? And you also went with the under because you said top 20. So we got that part wrong.
I thought it would be in the 21 range, but you're a little lower than that. 23 is where the Red Raiders come in, debut in the AP poll. Arizona State, the top dog Big 12 team, same as the coaches poll, 11.
We did get that right. We all took the under on that one.
Okay. What about Kansas State? Did y'all do unders for them?
We did not. No, we went with the highest ranked team, and I think we all picked Arizona State, with Kansas State being second in that list.
And they're 17.
Yeah, and we went above, I think, 15 for Arizona State. I think they were right. They were 11th in the coaches. I figured that they would continue to get love for winning the Big 12.
Iowa State's 22 and Texas Tech 23. Was Iowa State in the coaches poll?
I think so. It seemed like it was staggered like that, or maybe it was BYU in their place.
BYU was 23. You had 5 in the coaches poll. You have 4 in the
They're 21
in the AP poll. Okay,
in the coaches poll.
So pretty similar poll. BYU's not in this poll, and they were in the coaches poll. So I think the
media recognizes the quarterback left.
Yeah, pays attention to the quarterback or cares about it more, I guess. The next 3 in the receiving votes category, though, you may say only 4 Big 12 teams. The next 3, BYU, Utah, Baylor.
There you go. That's pretty impressive.
So, yeah, 26, 27, and 28 are all Big 12 teams.
Well, and 26, 27, 28 to go along with 22 and 23. I mean, they're all like clustered right there together.
And I think that speaks to what your league is expected to be. that you'll have a lot of good in this league, but not necessarily great. And I think that's how it's perceived from the outside.
I would genuinely, and I know we're not going on this tangent, but I figure people would like my thoughts on this. I would like to talk to all these AP voters and what gives them any confidence that Oklahoma should be ranked in the preseason poll.
They're 18, which...
Like, if you want to put them in the poll, put them at 25.
They were a lot lower in the coaches poll, right?
No, not much lower. It seems like they were...
20th? Or were they in the top 20?
I think they were in the top 20. I think I had the same thought whenever the coaches poll came out. I don't understand the...
The AP poll has Ohio State lower than the... That's the biggest difference in the coaches poll and the AP poll. Ohio State, your defending national champs, third. They were second in the coaches poll. It's Texas 1, Penn State 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6, Oregon 7, Bama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10, and then Arizona State, that first Big 12 team, in at 11. So, as we've talked about, pontificated, Collier, these things shouldn't matter. These polls shouldn't matter in the preseason, but they do. They set the bar that everybody judges off of, and they set the starting point, the poll positions for each team.
I apologize. Coach polls didn't have them in there. So
didn't have OU at all?
No, not in the one I'm looking at, yeah. That's a better poll.
OU is ranked for a similar reason as Texas Tech.
Because you got a quarterback. That's all that OU got.
Well, you still did well in the off-season rankings. The
receiving votes, yeah. Thanks, Camo. I just one quarterback who I just don't see how that changes the entire thing. But we don't.
I don't know how they're 18. Yeah,
we don't need to get on that.
They shouldn't be 18. I agree with you on that. I don't mind them being ranked, but 18's a little tall. Tennessee, an interesting one, down at 24 because Amalia left them.
Yeah,
and I didn't think that highly of him. So we'll see. I do find it peculiar. I'm on the AP's website. This is just, jaded Texas Tech fan here. AP's website. Every single team has a logo next to their name except for Texas Tech.
Really?
I'm not kidding. If you go through this.
Just an accident.
I know it's an accident, but jaded Texas Tech fans like, come on. What are we doing here? So, there you have it. Red Raiders ranked. Not a surprise necessarily. You're sitting at 23 going into the season in the AP poll. Haven't been ranked in the preseason AP poll since when? I'm putting this on you because
no, that's a good question. I honestly don't know.
You were ranked in the preseason coaches poll 2 years ago.
2023, yeah,
not the AP poll.
Yeah, let's look.
So it's been quite a while since Texas Tech has been in a preseason AP poll. My guess, without looking back on this, would be 2014.
Well, according to our buddy by the name of Don Williams, actually Nathan Geese, Texas Tech ranked in both preseason polls for the first time since 2008.
Holy cow. I would like to repeat that season.
Let's see. Texas Tech last appeared in the AP poll during, that's the week of, that's a little bit later. But
what was it?
2018 is what this says.
But that's
September
still
23rd.
A big gap since you've been in the AP poll at all. There you go. Good place to start.
Yeah.
We'll take your thoughts, your comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Get some of those coming up. It is the end of the bench on 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Monday edition of the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, David Collier, Lucas White with you. Questions for any and all of us are welcome, as it's time for Ask the Benchwarmers. Bring those in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. A few questions are in so far, so we'll get to those. Resident Aggie says, does it count if you don't stop long but get pictures at the state line signs? If you get a picture at the state line sign, that absolutely counts.
Yeah, you were
It's
standing
proof
there.
that you're literally in the state.
Yeah.
You claim it however you want.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel
the flyover one, though, might be a little much.
Yeah, if you could get a conviction that a layover doesn't count, then you don't count it on your own list. But don't tell someone else how they should count their list. I don't know. Media was acting like it was a stunning display of QB for Shadur. It was serviceable, 60% completion, 6 yards per completion. Easily could have thrown 2 picks, but he was fine, just not worthy of the media blitz. Pretty ho-hum. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch, so I couldn't tell you. I just saw highlights.
It was also the guy that consumed the entire NFL draft coverage because he was drafted so late, so I think it was just a carryover of that. It's easy for him to talk about, or he's an easy person to talk about.
Yeah. Someone says 2018 was the Birmingham Bowl year. I don't think so. I think
still have it up here. So
I think 2018 was a no bowl year.
Yeah, it was a no bowl year. It might have been the 2018 Birmingham Bowl, but not the. But that still would have been the same year because that would have been around Christmas, right?
Yeah,
that might have been 17.
Birmingham Bowl was 2017.
Yeah.
Lost 38-34 to a ranked South Florida team. I forget they were ranked because you should have absolutely won that game. Was that man, I can't. Charlie Strong, right?
Yes.
Was coaching that South Florida team.
Yep.
Times. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Keep getting your questions in. Benchwarmers. 1. What was the music theme? Y'all mentioned it, right?
Yes, it was songs with at least 100 million views on YouTube. Very specific. We didn't do you any favors and give you any of the top 5 multi-billion viewed things like Despacito, which I know that Bullfighter, when I bowled with him that one time, he went and got to the jukebox and that was on repeat.
I thought we had some sort of sad song theme.
I know, that's what it sounded like. We all went with some kind of sad song. It did not go as planned, but yes. Songs with at least 100 million views on YouTube.
Bullfighter says the South Plains Fair usually marks the last event before football officially starts. Are we getting the fair this year? I assume.
I would assume so.
What's your go-to fair food? Oh.
Yeah,
I love the fried Oreos. But if I only get to pick one, it's either a turkey leg or fried cheese. The cheese on a stick.
Just to let you know, the South Plains Fair is September 19th through the 27th.
So that's not before football season. Yeah. During the season.
I'm a funnel cake guy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a funnel cake.
So you get a funnel cake, then
if
I don't want some kind of corn, and I'm not a big
corn.
Get
that corn out of my face.
Cone. It's cone. A big clump of knobs. It has the juice.
Yeah, I think I'd probably go, if I could have to pick one, maybe turkey leg.
See, I've never been a fan of it. It's just too much.
It's too much. Yeah, share it. I got to share it with the wife or someone. All right, Benchwarmers, would you rather attend with no rooting interest, Little League World Series, WNBA game, or a random Major League Lacrosse game? Is that even still a thing? Major League Lacrosse is still around?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Sure, it's very popular on the East Coast.
Wow.
Well, right now it's probably pretty dangerous to go to a WNBA game because of flying objects, but it's maybe not that. Okay, so it's called Premier League Lacrosse now. In 2020, they merged.
No rooting interest.
No rooting interest. I'm going Little League World Series if it's the finals, or if you're getting down to it. I don't want to go to just a random game.
that's the problem though with that. It's international against, like, it's guaranteed to have a U.S. team in it.
Right, so I'm rooting for U.S.
So you would have a rooting interest.
Yeah.
So you would have to go
to be a random, like, Oklahoma versus Pennsylvania.
or Chinese Taipei against some. Yeah.
So no rooting interest there. That's tougher.
That is tough. Maybe
I'd probably go lacrosse first. Still the kids second, and then the WNBA third.
I would have to be in Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series, and it's probably humid and hot there. Major League Lacrosse is all going to be in the Northeast, where it's going to be humid and hot.
What are you picking?
I might have to go with the WNBA game just so I could be inside in the air conditioning and I could possibly fall asleep.
That's funny. I was at a restaurant over the weekend.
I would go lacrosse out of all of those if I had to.
Lacrosse won?
Might as well.
I think I'd like
see
to
my first professional lacrosse game.
Yeah, that's kind of how. I was at a restaurant over the weekend, and there were 2 WNBA players sitting at the table behind me.
Really?
I had to look them up, but the only reason I do is one had like a WNBA hoodie on, and I'm like, she kind of looks familiar, and then the other one actually was more on the star territory, but they both played for the Seattle Storm.
I remember years ago, we were at some basketball, obviously, for something, and we got in our elevator, and Ruth Riley, who used to play in the WNBA, I think she went to Notre Dame. I was like, "Hey, you guys got a game tonight, or are you flying?" And she was like baffled that somebody knew who she was.
That's funny. What are you picking, Lucas?
I would go with the lacrosse first.
Lacrosse won, and then what?
And then WNBA, and then Little League.
I probably would go that route too.
What? You're a Little League coach, man.
I know, but
he's got his championship though.
All right, he's already getting fat.
He needs a break.
Juan says, I've always wanted to see Williamsport and see the Little League World Series. Would not care if my hometown team was there or not. I probably would like to see Williamsport, so that's probably number 1.
I think I would, but I don't know.
I just want to see it one time.
I don't know.
Some of the JM lines just rub me wrong. Is Curry the only other player at Star that loves football? Why do we have players on this team that don't love playing football? Do the players competing for the spot not really care? It just seems JM says things that are weird. Joey McGuire. I think coaches are measured when they speak to the media. I think he's talking about John Curry because John Curry deserves it. I don't read it as a shot at anybody else. I just read it as John Curry is working his butt off, and that's why he's mentioning him.
Yeah, and also, I mean, he's playing to the crowd some there too, right? I mean, if
local kid, yeah.
Yeah, if John Murray was from Biloxi, Mississippi, he probably wouldn't have pointed him out, right?
Yeah, I think Curry being a Coronado kid matters, but I also have heard things all spring leading up that Curry was.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think it's year 3 for him, right? So
yeah, I think it's part of it is which one of them was a redshirt year, right? So it's redshirt sophomore year,
but he did play some.
But it is a year 3. One of the things though is that Curry. I think part of the reason you do that is because you brought in 5 DBs in the portal. And you're kind of explaining to people, hey, one of these portal guys may not start because you've got a guy here that's trying to take one of those hybrid positions. And I think it's like, hey, he worked his butt off to get to this point. I would be surprised if Curry isn't your star guy. Your star is a position. Your hybrid linebacker safety guy on day 1. I didn't take it as a shot at anybody or weird, but I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder there. David, I should go get a nap today. I'm
going to go try to get a nap.
Okay. I'll hang around. We've got the bottom line coming your way next for David, for Rob, for Lucas. On Choice, this has been the end of the bench. 100.7 the score. So close!
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.